I'll just double check your eligibility up there.
Yeah, the Blantons too. Look at that.
Oh yeah, all sorts of good stuff this time.
Unbelievable, boys. If you can see that glimmering in the light. Alrighty, let's fire this X5M up. Alrighty guys, so here is the scoop. I'm on my way to Total Beverage right now. They do things on a pretty specific basis. You're pretty much only able to buy one allocated bottle per month, and there's absolutely no guarantee to what could be down there whenever you show up. The only prerequisites, to my understanding, are that you have to have 6 purchases within the last 90 days to qualify for one of these bottles. Now, last time I was in there, I unfortunately missed out on a $50 bottle of Weller 12. So today is Friday, they've updated the list. Let's blast on down there and see if I can get a better bottle than Weller 12. It's probably just gonna be something like Eagle Rare, but I have my hopes up. Let's go see what I can find. Like I was saying in some past videos, and this is probably the same across most parts of the nation, but some of these bigger liquor stores, they really only release their allocated bourbons on a lottery basis. So unfortunately, I did not get selected for the lottery this year. I think I only had about $200 in entries, but that's exactly why we're headed over to Total Beverage. Is they, you know, I kind of talked some shit about them in the past, but this is actually a situation where they're coming in kind of clutch, because multiple times in there already, I've seen a Willet Purple Top.
I'm gonna kill myself!
I've seen an Elmer T. Lee, and I was just a day short of getting the Weller 12 for $50. Now, I did not have an allocation when I saw those first couple of bottles. I sure as heck have my allocation ready to go for today. But this liquor store is right down the road from my house, so I'll update you guys whenever I get there. All right, guys. I am rolling up as we speak. Parking lot is a little more full than I thought it was gonna be. I'm really hoping for the best right now, because they said that last Friday, whenever they updated the list, the 6 bottles of Weller 12 that they did get were literally gone that morning. Unbelievable. This can't just be Harbor Freight lot. Like, this is insane. All right, guys, I'll update you once I get in there. Now, whenever I walked into the store, I immediately checked the allocated list. The Elmer T. Lee sold out. The Weller Full Proof sold out. Both of these I know get over $200 on the secondary market. And all I was left with was a $79 bottle of Blanton's. Now, I did happen to go check the glass case before I left, and there was a couple of bottles of Weller Full Proof in there. I immediately asked the lady that was working there if those were reserved or if they were already purchased, what the case was. I honestly think at this point an employee might have been trying to like just get those out of the byline sight.
I'm so excited.
I'm glad that you spotted
Yes, I'm so glad I looked.
Alrighty, guys, an unbelievable turn of events, an unbelievable sequence of events. Weller Full Proof. Gotta protect our precious cargo here. If you guys are in the Colorado bourbon market, these guys don't mess around. Apparently here at Open, there was a line of dudes out the door literally waiting for the bourbon drop. So the guys immediately went for the Elmer T. Lee, completely bought that out. I thought, you know, per that sign that they had in there, that the Weller Full Proof had been all gone, but it's kind of crazy to think that if you actually want to get some of this bourbon for MSRP, she was explaining that some of those guys had actually called into work today. And just like that, I am back home. I'm still in shock right now that right in front of me, I have my first bottle of Weller Full Proof. Now, I've definitely had my fair share of special reserves at the bar. It's definitely one that I consider a daily drinker, but to be able to pair that next to this highly sought after Full Proof is just fantastic. I will be commemorating the fact that I'm adding this to my selection over there. And basically what I'm going to be doing here to end off this awesome video is to share with you just one of the random higher proofs that I keep at my bar. This right here is Mythology. Right here we have a blend of rye and bourbon. It's an American whiskey, and it is 59% alcohol, putting us at 118 proof. Definitely a stern pour, but enough with that. We'll be having our pour of that here in just a second. Coming up in the future, we are going to be cracking this bottle, probably going back over to our friend's house to maybe smoke some ribs and really enjoy this bourbon with friends. With that being said, let's have a pour of some Mythology. I honestly really like this one. It does sit at a slightly higher price point. I think it was like between $60 and $70. Forgive me for not having perfect whiskey drinking glasses, but again, I'm just so excited that I was able to get my hands on this Weller Full Proof for $59. Can't even put it through my brain right now. Just none of it equates, honestly. So yeah, cheers to that. From Mythology, this is Hell Bear. Past a field of wildflowers. And it basically says here, inspired by the spirit of Hell Bear. We crafted a blend of straight rye whiskey and a straight bourbon that's sharp enough to bite through your favorite cocktail, but smooth enough to be enjoyed neat. And that's obviously how we're going to be enjoying it here today. I did like this on the side, kind of a little bit more of it. It says that it is a blend of straight rye whiskey, 4-year and 5-year bourbon, fruit and subtle botanicals up front, prominent rye spice mid-palate, and a smooth vanilla caramel finish. So again, guys, honestly, a little bit higher proof, so not for everyone, but it kind of grew on me pretty quickly. Honestly speaking, I didn't like the first couple of pours, but after I had a couple, and especially coming up winter season, this has been a fantastic sipper, so definitely one I recommend. Cheers. Unreal. That finish, it has so much vanilla to it. It definitely has a bite to it, but wow, I mean, it's I'm not a big rye guy at all, but the spice on this is super nice, and it obviously, it being higher proof, it's a stern pour. Drop in the comments if you guys want to see me smoke up some ribs and crack open this Weller Full Proof.